Namaste. Welcome to Samskriti. We are in Sarga 7 of Kishkinda Kandam in the Adhyatma Ramayana series. The monkeys were very tired from the search for Sita. They sat remorsefully at a place surrounded by dense trees near the cave. Angada now spoke to some of the monkeys. Wandering in the cave, we have already exhausted the period of 1 month given to us for the search. But till date, we have not found Sita as per King Sugriva's order. If we now return to Kishkinda empty handed, he will kill us for certain. Particularly, he will find this as an excuse to kill me because I am the son of his enemy, Vali. How can he have any affection for me? I have been saved only by Rama. Now that I haven't been able to fulfill Rama's work, the evil Sugriva will surely kill me, making my failure as a pretext. That sinful Sugriva is now consorting with his elder brother's wife, who is like his mother. Hence, I shall never go to him. O great monkeys, by some means I shall end my life here. Seeing him sitting in a hopeless and contrite mood with tears in his eyes, the senior monkeys spoke to the crown prince Angada. Why do you feel so? We shall protect and save your life and live fearlessly with you in this cave. The city inside the cave where Swayamprabha Yogini used to live is fully provided with all the requirements of comforts and necessities of life. Hearing the private conversations going on among the monkeys, Hanuman, who was well versed in the art of consoling people, embraced Angada and spoke to him. O Angada, why are you thinking like this? This kind of pessimistic thought does not befit you. You are very dear to our king, being the son of Tara. As for Rama, he loves you even more than Lakshmana. Therefore, you have nothing to fear from Rama or our king Sugriva. Besides, I am your well-wisher, so do not be under any misapprehension. What the other monkeys have advised you about the safety of life within this cave is not to be believed in, for there is nothing in the 3 worlds into which Rama's arrows cannot penetrate. Those who are giving you this kind of wrong advice will not stay with you, for they have their wives and children. Abandoning them, how will they stay with you? Besides this, O son, I shall reveal to you a truth. Listen carefully. O child, Rama is no ordinary human. He is divinity personified, the eternal Narayana himself. Sita is his Maya Shakti that enchants the world and keeps it under its spell. Lakshmana is Adisesha, the king of serpents, who holds the creation on his head. In response to the prayer of Brahma, all these protectors of the world are born assuming human forms to destroy the tribe of Rakshasas. All of us monkeys too are denizens of Vaikuntha, the Lord's abode. When that Paramatma assumed a human form, we too, by the power of his Maya, have been born in the form of monkeys. In our previous births, we had propitiated the Lord by our austerities and received his blessings. As a consequence, we have attained the status of being his attendants. Even now, at the behest of his Maya, we shall serve him and at the end attain Vaikuntha and abide there happily. Comforting and reassuring Angada in this manner, Hanuman, with all the monkeys, went to the great Vindhya mountains. They gradually moved southwards in search of Sita and reached the shores of the southern sea near the holy valley of Mount Mahendra. On seeing the vast ocean, which was endless, deep, measureless, and awe-inspiring, they were all frightened. They wondered what to do next. Angada and other powerful monkeys all jointly conferred on their next move. Their thoughts were aloud. We have spent a month wandering and roaming in that cave without locating either Sita or Ravana till now. Sugriva is severe in punishment. He will certainly kill us all. Fasting unto death is better than death at Sugriva's hands. Deciding thus, they spread darbha grass on the floor and sat on it, determined to end their lives by fasting. Just then, there emerged from the cave of the Mahendra mountain a vulture that was mountain-like in size. It slowly walked towards some monkeys. Seeing those huge monkeys preparing to die of fasting, he said softly and contentedly to himself, I have now got plenty to eat. I shall eat these one by one daily. Hearing these words, the monkeys were petrified with terror and spoke among themselves, Alas, this vulture will surely eat up all of us. We have not done even a little service to Rama, nor to Sugriva, or to ourselves. Now we shall be killed by this vulture and go to hell. Look at Jatayu, how he sacrificed himself for a righteous cause. He laid down his life for the cause of Rama and thereby attained moksha, which is rare even for yogis. That vulture Sampati, hearing these words of the monkeys, said, O you great monkeys, who are you that you talk amongst yourselves about my brother Jatayu? These words are like nectar for my ears. Do not be afraid of me and tell me about yourselves. Thereupon the noble Angada got up, went near the vulture and said, Rama, son of Dasharatha, along with his brother Lakshmana and wife Sita, was staying in the dense Dandaka forest. There, his most chaste and virtuous wife Sita was abducted by the wicked Ravana. When Rama and Lakshmana had gone out to hunt, he forcefully took her away. As Sita was crying aloud Rama, Rama while being carried away, the powerful king of birds named Jatayu heard these cries and fought a ferocious battle with Ravana to the best of his ability. Thus, fighting for the cause of Rama, he met with a hero's death. Thereafter, his last rites were done by Rama himself, and therefore Jatayu attained the supreme state of being one with Rama. After that, Rama met Sugriva and befriended him with the sacred fire as a witness. Then, at the request of Sugriva, Rama killed the invincible and formidable Vali and gave the kingdom of monkeys to Sugriva. After that, powerful Sugriva deputed us, monkeys of great strength, to find out the whereabouts of Sita and has warned us that we must return and report back to him within a period of 1 month, or else he would kill us. On his orders, while roaming in the forest, we entered a deep cave where we spent a month, but till now we haven't been able to locate Sita or Ravana. We have reached the shore of the salty ocean and are resolved to die by fasting. O great bird, if you have any information about the auspicious Sita, please tell us. Hearing these words of Angada, Sampati spoke with great joy. O great monkeys, Jatayu was my dear brother. I have now heard about my brother after a gap of thousands of years. I shall be able to give you some helpful suggestions in regard to your quest. But before that, please lead me to the shore of the ocean so that I can offer water for the last time as an oblation to my brother. Then I shall tell you everything that will ensure success in your mission. Agreeing to this, the monkeys led him to the shore of the ocean. There, he purified himself by bathing in the ocean and gave oblations to his dead brother. After that, the monkeys led him back to his seat. Sitting there, Sampati now spoke to them words that brought cheer to the heart of the monkeys. He said, a city named Lanka exists on a mountain called Trikuta. There, guarded by a body of Rakshasa women, Sita is confined in Ashokavana. This city of Lanka is approximately 100 yojanas across the sea. Being endowed with long-range vision which is natural to vultures, I can see from here the city of Lanka and Sita confined there. Whoever can cross this span of 100 yojanas and find Sita there can also return with the news of her discovery. I myself would have striven to destroy that Ravana, the murderer of my brother, but now I am wingless, so you now try to leap across the ocean somehow. After that, Rama, the best in Raghu's clan, can destroy Ravana. Now, you confer and decide who among you can reach Lanka, crossing this 100 yojana wide ocean, meet and talk with Sita, and then recross the ocean with the news of her discovery. Proceeding with the chanting now. अध्यात्म रामायणे किष्किन्धाकाण्डे सप्तमः सर्गः। श्रीमहादेव उवाच अथ तत्र समासीना वृक्षकण्डेषु वानराः चिन्तयन्तो विमुह्यन्तः सीतामार्गणकर्षिताः तत्रोवाचाङ्गदः कांश्चिद्वानरान् वानरर्षभः भ्रमतां गह्वरेऽस्माकं मासो नूनं गतो भवत् सीतानाधिगतास्माभिर्न कृतं राजशासनं यदि गच्छाम किष्किन्धां सुग्रीवोऽस्मान् हनिष्यति विशेषतः शत्रुसुतं मां मिषान्निहनिष्यति मयि तस्य कुतः प्रीतिः अहं रामेण रक्षितः इदानीं रामकार्यं मे न कृतं तन्मिषं भवेत् तस्य मद्धनने नूनं सुग्रीवस्य दुरात्मनः मातृकल्पां भ्रातृभार्यां पापात्मानुभवत्यसौ न गच्छेयमतः पार्श्वं तस्य वानरपुङ्गवाः त्यक्ष्यामि जीवितं चात्र येन केनापि मृत्युना इत्यश्रुनयनं केचित् दृष्ट्वा वानरपुङ्गवाः व्यथिता साश्रुनयना युवराजमथाब्रुवन् किमर्थं तव शोकोऽत्र वयं ते प्राणरक्षकाः भवामो निवसामोऽत्र गुहायां भयवर्जिताः सर्वसौभाग्यसहितं पुरं देवपुरोपमं शनैः परस्परं वाक्यं वदतां मारुतात्मजः श्रुत्वाङ्गदं समालिङ्ग्य प्रोवाच नयकोविदः विचार्यते किमर्थं ते दुर्विचारो न युज्यते राज्ञोऽत्यन्तप्रियस्त्वं हि तारापुत्रोऽतिवल्लभः रामस्य लक्ष्मणात् प्रीतिः त्वयि नित्यं प्रवर्धते अतो न राघवात् भीतिः तव राज्ञो विशेषतः अहं तव हितोऽसक्तो वत्सनान्यं विचारय गुहावासश्च निर्भेद्य इत्युक्तं वानरैस्तु यत् तदेतद्रामबाणानामभेद्यं किं जगत्त्रये ये त्वां दुर्बोधयन्त्येते वानरा वानरर्षभ पुत्रदारादिकं त्यक्त्वा कथं स्थास्यन्ति ते त्वया अन्यद्गुह्यतमं वक्ष्ये रहस्यं शृणु मे सुत रामो न मानुषो देवः साक्षान्नारायणो व्ययः सीता भगवती माया जनसम्मोहकारिणी लक्ष्मणो भुवनाधारः साक्षात् शेषः फणीश्वरः ब्रह्मणा प्रार्थिता सर्वे रक्षो गणविनाशने माया मानुषभावेन जाता लोकैकरक्षकाः वयं च पार्षदा सर्वे विष्णोर्वैकुण्ठवासिनः मनुष्यभावमापन्ने स्वेच्छया परमात्मने वयं वानररूपेण जातास्तस्यैव मायया वयं तु तपसा पूर्वम् आराध्य जगतां पतिं तेनैवानुगृहीता स्मः पार्षदत्वमुपागताः इदानीमपि तस्यैव सेवां कृत्वैव मायया पुनर्वैकुण्ठमासाद्य सुखं स्थास्यामहे वयम् इत्यङ्गदमथाश्वास्य गता विन्ध्यं महाचलं विचिन्वन्तोऽथ शनकैः जानकीं दक्षिणाम्बुधेः तीरे महेन्द्राख्यगिरेः पवित्रं पादमाययुः दृष्ट्वा समुद्रं दुष्पारम् अगाधं भयवर्धनं वानरा भयसन्त्रस्ताः किं कुर्म इति वादिनः निषेदुरुदधे स्थिरे सर्वे चिन्तासमन्विताः मन्त्रयामासुरन्योन्यं मङ्गदाद्या महाबलाः भ्रमतो मे वने मासो गतोऽत्रैव गुहान्तरे न दृष्टो रावणो वाद्य सीता वा जनकात्मजा सुग्रीवस्तीक्ष्णदण्डोऽस्मान्निहन्त्येव न संशयः सुग्रीववधतोऽस्माकं श्रेयप्रायोपवेशनम् इति निश्चित्य तत्रैव दर्भानास्तीर्य सर्वतः उपाविवेशुस्ते सर्वे मरणे कृतनिश्चयाः एतस्मिन्नन्तरे तत्र महेन्द्राद्रिगुहान्तरात् निर्गत्य शनकैरागात् गृध्रः पर्वतसन्निभः दृष्ट्वा प्रायोपवेशेन स्थितान् वानरपुङ्गवान् उवाच शनकैर्गृध्रः प्राप्तो भक्ष्योऽद्य मे बहुः एकैकशः क्रमात् सर्वान् भक्षयामि दिने दिने श्रुत्वा तद्गृध्रवचनं वानराभीतमानसाः भक्षयिष्यति नः सर्वानसौ गृध्रो न संशयः रामकार्यं च नास्माभिः कृतं किञ्चिद्धरीश्वराः सुग्रीवस्यापि च हितं न कृतं स्वात्मनामपि वृथानेन वधं प्राप्ता गच्छामो यमसादनम् अहो जटायुर्धर्मात्मा रामस्यार्थे मृतः सुधीः मोक्षं प्राप दुरावापं योगिनामप्यरिन्दमः सम्पातिस्तु तदा वाक्यं श्रुत्वा वानरभाषितं के वा यूयं मम भ्रातुः कर्णपीयूषसन्निभं जटायुरिति नामाद्य व्याहरन्तः परस्परम् उच्यतां वो भयं मा भून्मत्तप्लवगसत्तमाः तमुवाचाङ्गदः श्रीमानुत्थितो गृध्रसन्निधौ रामो दाशरथिः श्रीमान् लक्ष्मणेन समन्वितः सीतया भार्यया सार्धं विचचार महावने तस्य सीता हृता साध्वी रावणेन दुरात्मना मृगयां निर्गते रामे लक्ष्मणे च हृता बलात् राम रामेति क्रोशन्ति श्रुत्वा गृध्रः प्रतापवान् जटायुर्नाम पक्षीन्द्रो युद्धं कृत्वा सुदारुणं रावणेन हतो वीरो राघवार्थं महाबलः रामेण दग्धो रामस्य सायुज्यम् अगमक्षणात् रामः सुग्रीवमासाद्य सख्यं कृत्वाग्निसाक्षिकं सुग्रीवचोदितो हत्वा वालिनं सुदुरासदं राज्यं ददौ वानराणां सुग्रीवाय महाबलः सुग्रीवः प्रेषयामास सीतायाः परिमार्गणे अस्मान् वानरवृन्दान् वै महासत्त्वान् महाबलः मासादर्वाङ्निवर्तध्वं नो चेत् प्राणान् हरामि वः इत्याज्ञया भ्रमन्तोऽस्मिन् वने गह्वरमध्यगाः गतो मासो न जानीमः सीतां वा रावणं च वा मर्तुं प्रायोपविष्टास्मस्तीरे लवणवारिधेः यदि जानासि हे पक्षिन् सीतां कथय नः शुभाम् अङ्गदस्य वचः श्रुत्वा सम्पातिर्हृष्टमानसः उवाच मत्प्रियो भ्राता जटायुप्लवगेश्वराः बहुवर्षसहस्रान्ते भ्रातृवार्ता श्रुता मया वाक्साहाय्यं करिष्येऽहं भवतां प्लवगेश्वराः भ्रातुः सलिलदानाय नयध्वं मां जलान्तिकं पश्चात् सर्वं शुभं वक्ष्ये भवतां कार्यसिद्धये तथेति निन्युस्ते तीरं समुद्रस्य विहङ्गमं सोऽपि तत्सलिले स्नात्वा भ्रातुर्दत्त्वा जलाञ्जलिं पुनः स्वस्थानमासाद्य स्थितो नीतो हरीश्वरैः सम्पातिः कथयामास वानरान् परिहर्षयन् लङ्कानामनगर्यास्ते त्रिकूटगिरिमूर्धनि तत्राशोकवने सीता राक्षसीभिः सुरक्षिता समुद्रमध्ये सा लङ्का शतयोजनदूरतः दृश्यते मे न सन्देहः सीता च परिदृश्यते गृध्रत्वा दूरदृष्टिर्मे नात्र संशयितुं क्षमं शतयोजनविस्तीर्णं समुद्रं यस्तु लङ्घयेत् स एव जानकीं दृष्ट्वा पुनरायास्यति ध्रुवम् अहमेव दुरात्मानं रावणं हन्तुमुत्सहे भ्रातुर्हन्तारमेकाकी किन्तु पक्षविवर्जितः यतध्वमतियत्नेन लङ्घितुं सरितां पतिं ततो हन्ता रघुश्रेष्ठो रावणं राक्षसाधिपम् उल्लङ्घ्य सिन्धुं शतयोजनायतं लङ्कां प्रविश्याथ विदेहकन्यकां दृष्ट्वा समाभाष्य च वारिधिं पुनः तर्तुं समर्थः कथमो विचार्यता। इति श्रीमद्यात्मरामायणे उमामहेश्वरसंवादे किष्किन्धाकाण्डे 7मः सर्गः।